Hello, hello, hello. Excited to be here with you all. And oh my gosh, it has been a week, a last couple of days, and a lot going on. So I have to be honest, I am so tired and exhausted from discussing it in depth with peers, with, of course, people of my race, as well as people in the career practitioner industry. I've even talked about it at my corporate job as well. So, needless to say, coming today to talk about what I do and how I do it gives me a sense of joy because it's something that's mine. And in light of everything that's been going on with, unfortunately, George Floyd's death, and all of the uproar, the marches, and what have you, it just continuously bring thoughts to my mind, thoughts to what's going on, what's happening to my people, and I have to say my people. And it disturbs me, and it disturbs me on a greater scale than what's happening because it's continuously happening. I've seen it several times at different marches and would hope that things are different. And they usually don't happen. They get attention and then they're swept under the rug. And I'm hoping that with this unfortunate incident, that change will happen. I have to believe that. I am a woman of faith and I have a strong belief in God. And when I pray mightily for my race and all people in any type of situation for any type of injustice. And I want to let you all know that I may not be on the front lines marching. I am marching in other ways and making sure that I get my voice heard and let people know that this is unacceptable in any arena. And the best way for me to get my voice heard is in the day-to-day work that I do in corporate America, as well as a career practitioner, resume writer, interview prep coach, career coach, as well as a LinkedIn strategist. I have made it known in corporate America to my employer and our CEO, and I have made it known to the career organizations that I belong to, that we have to stand up and say something, not water it down. We have to be honest and we have to have the tough conversations. As a career practitioner, I work very hard to make sure that my clients, best of their ability, talent, skills, what have you, are shining on a resume and that they are able to present themselves well in an interview. And I have clients all spectrums, from paraprofessional to executive, and I have all races that I deal with. And I find it the most challenging when I get a question from an African American client, and recently an executive in the IT field. Will my name, being an ethnic name, hinder me from being looked at? Unfortunately, he was furloughed and now he's out in the market looking for his next great opportunity. And I said, I can't answer that question. There's been a debate in our industry for years. My hope and prayer is that it won't. I will do my job to make sure your results speak for themselves, but it's up to the individual reader of his resume as well as his LinkedIn profile to be able to see beyond the name of what value he could bring to an organization. That's the fight that I am raising for. I'm raising my voice that we as a career industry, career practitioners in the organizations that I belong, and then you can go and look at my LinkedIn and my Facebook and even my website, and you will know which ones I'm a part of. I've asked them to stand. And I'm so excited and proud to be aligned with Career Directors International, Laura DiCarlo. We are going to be coming to you all with information on how we as practitioners can have our voices heard and join together to encourage corporate America to take a stand and allow people of all races, and especially African Americans, the opportunity to excel based on our skill, based on merit, based on our talent. And we're not told you have to jump through yet another hoop in order to get the same opportunity as someone else who has a lot of times less skills. It's no secret that we have been taught that we have to work twice as hard to get maybe half as far. So we know that we have been overlooked, we have been passed over, we have been given excuse after excuse after excuse on why we are unfit, can't get the next role. We weren't told that directly, but we know. Or an opportunity to lead leaders for whatever reason. And it's just unacceptable. No public relations, getting your name out there and taking a stand just for PR. It's enough of that. Thank you for the donation to the NAACP. Yeah, but what are we doing internally to make sure that when I click on a name of a leader and leaders above me, that there's more diversity? And I don't see that. I just don't. And I haven't. And I can say that it's bothersome, especially when I know the talent amongst the African American race that we have in the corporation, at the corporation I work for. I have the conversations all the time, and it's the same conversations. I got yet another reason on why I didn't get the job. And it's so watered down and it's not there. And so therefore, we have to combine our voices to speak the truth and also hold our leaders accountable to making sure that we have a seat at the table. Money is green. It doesn't matter who it comes from. You take the green money, but yet the opportunity is not there to have a voice at the table to make decisions that affect customers of all races. And I know I don't just speak for the corporation I work for. There's many corporations out there that unfortunately have the same issue. And we have to do better. And it is my duty and it is my mission to make sure that I fight the fight for those coming behind me and for my daughter, who is a new employee at the same organization. I have to fight for her. And because I know what skill set that she can bring to make sure the organization marches into the future. We're not in 1950. We're not in 1960. We're not in 1980 or 90. We're in 2020. Why should we still have this same conversation? It's bothersome and it's made me weary and it's made me tired. Am I angry? No, I'm beyond that. I've been past that a couple of years ago, maybe 10 years ago, because it's unfortunate that it's in the very fiber of our culture. But my duty is to raise my voice, and I do it with joy, not being a militant, not being an angry Black woman. No. I raise my voice with joy and with respect and with humbleness that something has to change. And with that, I'll start my commercial and then I'll be back with my topic. And I'm back. I just had to say that. I thank you all so much for joining me yet again. I was hoping to have a special guest on tonight, my Chief Engagement officer. She is Pam Bird. She is my, I shouldn't say she's new. She's been around for a minute now. Some of you who are watching me have had the opportunity to speak with her, and she handles all of our discovery calls here at iRock Development Solutions, doing business as iRock Resumes. So I am going to chat it up all by myself. And just to let you know, this show is sponsored by the You're Hired series. And I have a resume book and as well as an interview prep book. And I am so elated to have my iRock, my iRock Star method recognized by the Career Developments International. I competed in a contest a couple of months ago, and the results were just revealed on yesterday. And I'm very excited that my method has won honorable mention, that my interview prep method is I can say this, it's awesome. And it has gotten recognition. And this is an honor for career practitioners that we've competed all across the world. So it's Career Directors International, not just Career Directors USA, it's international. So I'm very excited that my method has won honorable mention for being a valuable resource, not only for the clients that I, help for interview prep, but also eventually something that I can help my peers utilize and implement my process so that they can help their clients do better in interviews. So I'm very excited about that. Okay, so yes, and say hello. I see. Hey, Cheryl. Oh, thank you so much. You are spot on regarding the challenges of people. Oh, yeah, let me show that. Yes, Keith Squalls, and that's really my girl, Cheryl Squalls. You are spot on regarding the challenges people of color face in corporate America. Yes, I just have to say it. It's no secret, and I just want to make sure that I said that before I talked about anything. And if you are just joining the broadcast, please make sure you watch the beginning of the broadcast, because I shared my heart and my mission to make sure our voices are heard, and my voice in particular is heard in a career practitioner industry, of how we can bind together, unite together, and make sure corporate hiring managers, recruiters, or what have you are unbiased when they're making their selections to put people in roles. So make sure you watch the early part. But this, again, for those of you all who do not know me, because I always ask you all to do this, share the broadcast. When you share the broadcast, there's others that get on and see this great information. So I want you to share the broadcast with your audience so they can get on to hear this. So a lot of times, as far as any kind of business, especially if you are a budding entrepreneur, before you are so eager to bring a client on, there's a process that we have taken on, which is called the discovery call process. Some people call it the initial consultation, intake call, or what have you, before we bring a client on. And the reason is, as much as we would like to have you as a client, what we do is make sure that we're a good match. And what I mean by that, hey, Gina, she said, hey, First Lady. Yeah. Hey, Gina, so good to see you, girl. Thank you so much. I am so excited about this honor. It has me over the world. I told Laura, I said, I just want to run and do a cartwheel. I'm too old to do that, but I felt like it. But I mean, when I say this is huge in our industry, I mean, this is huge. Even the honorable mention is absolutely huge. And I got so many great things that I'm going to be doing to promote that. So I'm really excited about that. But in the midst of all of that, I really needed that good news, because of all of the things that's been going on behind the scenes in social media and the groups that I'm a part of. They're not public forums, they're private forums. So there's a whole lot of things that have been going on. Great things, and not bad things, but just great things, and making sure our voices are being heard. So I want to make sure I clear it up. I don't want you to think that there's a bad thing happening in the organization. It's just an understanding that we need to get to in the organizations that I'm a part of. But as far as going back to the discovery call, because a lot of people say, well, I have to have a discovery call. I don't mind you just paying and just, becoming a client, but I really want to make sure that you understand the difference with iRock. And what we do is we make sure that we take time to understand who you are as a person, Because when we're understanding who you are, when you get to me during the consultation, I know already have an idea on how I can position you out in the marketplace. So what Pam does is ask you a lot of questions so she can basically make sure, so, okay, do you need a resume? Do you need a cover letter? Do you need a whole branding, which is part of our job landing packages that we offer? Do you need just some coaching? Because sometimes before we even get to the process of actually building out your career brand documents, we have to understand where you are. And a lot of times I tell people, I am not just a career coach. Based on my background, being a first lady in the church, I do a lot of counseling because it's an emotional time for people when they're considering transitioning into a new career. They've been laid off, or now it's a big word, furloughed, with a potential of not ever coming back. And so those things are very emotional, especially during this time. And so I have to really get over that before I can talk about something. I don't want to just sell you anything, because that's not my mission. I'm not here to just sell you something and sell something that's not necessarily going to work. I have seen plenty of resumes that have come to me after they've just been either, go through the resume writing meals and paid $97 for them, and all of a sudden I got to fix them. So I've seen those because they didn't really get to know who you are. And all you did is submitted your information, uploaded it, and then you said, I'm just going to wait till they spit out a resume. When you're thinking about your actual career, you don't want to actually just take it to chance, right? You don't want to take it a chance of having anything just spit out for your skill set. So in doing a discovery call, is my chief engagement officer's responsibility to ask pertinent questions so we can make sure we are offering you the proper service that will best suit you for your particular ambition in your next great career. So that's why it's so important to do the actual discovery call. Even if you do go to the website and you order, trust me, you're still going to get a discovery call, because that's how we operate. And that's what makes us different in the industry. We take time to really know. And if there's something that's not a good fit, then I have wonderful peers that we pass back and forth clients when we need to. So if there's something I say, I think you're better suited with so-and-so, I can make that referral. And I've been a recipient, shout out, you know who you are, of clients when, said, what, she's better suited for that. And so therefore I get those as well. So I want to make sure that it's just not about an exchange of money, that we are actually making sure that we're positioning you to be a success when you step out and start looking for your next great opportunity. So that's the whole purpose of why we do a discovery call, because we are discovering what it is that you really want. I'm not about just getting you a job. I really want to know, what is your dream job? What have you always wanted to do? And when people are laid off, fired, furloughed, or what have you, it's traumatic. I understand that. Well, when I get to you and when Pam talks to you, we are looking at you like, no, this is an awesome opportunity. You possibly have the opportunity to do something you've always wanted to do. So let's think about it from that perspective. So we can take a twist and start digging to find out, what is it in your heart that makes you happy, that when you wake up in the morning, on Monday, you're skipping to the office, or when maybe we're working at home still, I don't know, but you're skipping in and are happy about doing that, and not, oh gosh, I gotta go to work again. Oh gosh. Okay, yeah, I'm acting crazy, but that's true. We dragging ourselves out of the bed, and not really wanting to do it, not wanting to do the actual job itself. And I know sometimes we have to do that, but there's times that we can actually just take time and say, what do we really want? And what we've done also in talking with clients at the discovery call phase is that, what, I've turned clients away and say, what, you're not ready. And here's the reason why. And we talk about it, and they're like, what, I'm so appreciative, because, I've talked to people and they just say, well, order this and order this package, order. That's not always the case. No, you're not ready. I need you to do X, Y, Z, and then come back, and then we'll be able to set you up for success. Because I've always told clients, and I even asked them to make sure that she says this, is that our success is embedded in your success. When you're successful, we're successful. And then guess what? We're able to get the testimonials based on your experience working with us and the results that you get. I think we're up to I'm up to 71 LinkedIn recommendations. And it's hard for people to get two or three. I have 71. It covers all the things that I do: speaking, resume writing, career coaching, interview prep. It's all of those things that I do. So that gives value and credence to what we do. So we're just invested in you as you are to us. And we consider ourselves more of a boutique type of service. We're not your typical resume writing mill. We're not this huge resume writing company. We give individual attention to each client that we've also instituted an awesome program that once you become our client, we love on you and we like gifting. We do all of those things to make you feel special because, again, you are. And so when we are asking those pertinent questions, we care about who you are and what you really want to do. And you're not just a number. So that's why we ask those questions. And then once we get to that perspective, we tell you, okay, well, this is a partnership. It's not me, you just throwing stuff at me and I'm just supposed to work this magic. It's a partnership. When you get to when you decide that, yes, I want to work with iRock to develop my career brand, then you secure your service. And then that's when you come to me. And then I am doing the consultation to dig. And I love this part. I am picking your brain. So, because we forget more than we remember. So I'm literally asking you detailed questions about your skill set, what you have done, and give me additional details because I'm always able to find those nuggets to elevate your resume from a mere task resume. I've seen too many resumes on all levels taking a job description and they just plop it in a format of a resume and say, that's a resume. It's not. It's much more than that. It's about telling your career story. And I don't want to keep using that over and over again about your career story, but it's true. What is your story? What makes you unique? What makes you different than the other people with the same title? That's what you bring to the table. And that's why it's a collaboration and a partnership. So we work together to bring out the best of you. And once I do that consultation and I deliver that rough draft, 9 times out of 10, that resume is 95% complete. All you're doing at this point is checking for minor edits, or maybe I didn't get your zip code or something like that. And that's it. I just worked with a HR director. And she said, Nickquolette, I literally have no edits on this. The only thing I want to do is add some of my recent wins. I said, give them to me. Don't fix them up. That's what you pay me to do. Dump them in the email. I will work my magic. She said, oh my gosh, okay. And she did exactly that. And I fixed it. And she was like, oh my gosh, this is just absolutely fabulous. Because it's all about the consultation. The discovery call sets it up and gets basically sets the tone of what you need. And then when we do the consultation, that sets the tone on how magnificent your final product would be. So the discovery call is very, very important in anything. And if you are a budding business yourself, this is something that I implore you to do as well, because you don't want to be a person that just sells something. You want to make sure that it's a good match. So you're going to have to develop different types of questions for your client base so that they know that you're listening and that you're developing a solution directly for them. Custom, tailored, unique to them. That's what separates you as a business from the next business. And when you feed that into them and they understand that, okay, they're listening to me and they're really going to help me land where I will feel great getting out of bed every morning. One of the things that iRock is building on that we'll be talking about later in the second or third, maybe, no, this is already second quarter, third or fourth quarter, is different ways of how we can actually be an advisor to businesses on how they can develop their businesses as new entrepreneurs, budding entrepreneurs. Many of you all have watched me grow. I have a wealth of information on how I did it, the processes, the implementation, and grew the business slowly but carefully by listening to my customers. Everything you see for iRock right now is all based on my customers. And this not only goes for people who are developing businesses from scratch, like I did. This also goes for people who are part of MLMs, right? Multi-level marketing. Although you may have a business with a multi-level marketer, you can still separate yourself and be an individual undergirding with those actual products. And if you haven't seen my interview that I posted out about a week or so ago, You're Too Near Me Not to Hear Me by my new client, Daniel Davis. Go to his YouTube channel, Daniel Davis. You're Too Near Me Not to Hear Me. Well, we got really raw and candid about business and how to develop it. And I dropped a whole lot of nuggets there as well. So having a discovery call is going to be very beneficial to you as a new business owner and for my career professionals who's looking for a change and just not sure. Experience our discovery call, and then you will be able to make the decision. And again, if you decide not right now, that's okay. And we may decide we're not a good fit, and that's okay as well. Because again, we are a boutique. We tailor our services to you. And hence, that's why it's an investment. We're investing in you, and you're investing in us, and we're giving you a return on your investment that will pay you over and over and over again. Because once you have a well-crafted resume, LinkedIn profile, all you got to do is maintain it. Because people are, oh my gosh, it costs that much. Well, yeah, but the job you're asking me for is 75, 85, 95, executives, 250. One of my clients said, oh, I got to give it to them. The salary is like 350, but I'm a negotiator. I was like, $350? No, $350,000. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So the pressure was on. So yeah, and he's in the oil industry. So we had to make sure that when he goes in, he had enough to say $350,000 is nice, but I really want like $400,000. And I had a doctor that just got, oh gosh, and I hope she's watching, just also got an awesome opportunity based on, they saw her LinkedIn profile and they called her in, and she was like, she calls me something else. What did she say? She said, I just had to call and let you know. I'm like, yes, that's what I do. So that one investment will get you results over and over and over again. You only pay one time, but that raise, that increase in your salary will pay over and over and over again. Now, this is one of the last things that I will say. If you are, let's see. Oh yeah, Debbie's like, yes, I know. Hey, Debbie, I'm so glad that you're here. And we're gonna get back on one of the Zoom calls soon. I sent it to my husband. I was hoping that he would be on this past Tuesday because I wasn't able to. But one of the things that I want to make sure that I let my audience know that I am going to be doing something to, in this time, there is a great need for resume writers. Great need. If you have any interest in becoming a resume writer, I want you to email me at iRock@iRockResumes.com and put in the top just to say resume writer, interested in being a resume writer, whatever. Because what I'm going to be doing eventually is teaching people how to do this type of business. If you have great writing skills and you want to learn how to do this, please email me. And then I will let you know further information as I get in. I have 2 people on hold right now, but if you're interested, send me that information and let me know you're interested. And then I will teach you how to do this. And it's a great, as I started off as a side gig, paying for my manicures and pedicures. If you all have not heard that story, please go out and look at some of my older videos. I talk about it all the time. And now I have an actual corporation, an LLC, and I employ 3 people. So it can happen if you have that desire. Start small and grow it big. But if you have that interest, please inbox me. And I'm so excited because I'm going to be able to teach my interview method. So career practitioners as well. If you already have a resume writing business, but you don't offer interview prep, inbox me because I am going to be selling my method so you can implement it into your business as well. And it's a method that works. Okay, yeah, well, anyway. So if you're interested, let me know. iRock at iRockResumes.com. But I wanted to make sure that I get that out there and let you know that I have that. And let me see what other kind of comments that I have. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes, that's right. Amen, Debbie. But yes, if you all have any questions, please feel free. I want you all to lift up some prayers for Pam, who wanted to be here so bad so she can just love on you all and tell you all about how she does the discovery call. But the crux of it is that we get to know who you are and not just what you do. That's just another addition to knowing who you are so we can help you present the best of who you are. And I am taking my skills and my business knowledge on developing an actual resume writing business and basically a resume writing and career coaching business and taking that, and I'm going to be training others on how to do their own business. So if you are interested, please send me an email at iRock at iRockResumes.com. And then we'll go from there. So as I leave you today, I want you all to lift up the Floyd family, his beautiful daughter that we've seen. And I wasn't able to watch the memorial today, but I'm sure I'll be able to watch it later on. Lift up our nation. And also lift me up as I partner with Career Directors International and presenting our voice as a force to recognize that biasness and racism is no place, that has no place in corporate America. We all bring value to the table. And if you want your businesses to excel, we need diverse voices at the decision-making table. That's it. Point blank. Diverse voices. Don't talk about it. Don't start another diversity program. Don't start another discussion. Take action and do something about it. And if you need help, holla at you, girl. I got you. All right, you all. If you all don't have any questions, I hope this was informative for you. And that you have, just basically just, making sure. Oh, thank you so much, Stephanie. Yes, Prayers of the Diversified is international. It sure is, because if they're marching over around the world and we're not saying anything, or our message is just watered down for PR sake, really? You're not doing anything to me. You're basically making it worse. So therefore, we need to make sure we have voices, and lift me up in prayer as I go forward, because I didn't expect to be in this position to have my voice. I just asked the simple question of the organizations I'm a part of. And when I say it literally has snowballed from there, it really has. And the initiative is needed. And I'm grateful that they're listening and that they are willing to go ahead and take a stand and do something. So again, thank you so much. And if you're interested in learning how to start your own resume writing business, email me, as I will be having a program that I can put you through and teach you everything I know on how, from customer service, developing, or what have you. Just inbox me or email me and I will put you on my list. So when we launch it, you will be the first to know. All right? Thank you all so much. If there's nothing else, any questions? Any questions out there? Thank you all so much for being with me. All right. Let's see. And I will see you all next week, same time, same place. But also watch my social media, because we're going to have something going on with Career Directors International. I would love for you all to join in the conversation. Have a wonderful, blessed evening, and I'll see you soon. Bye.